Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy CLARKSPORTS, man. Today we're about to talk about the drama in Brooklyn. As you know, if you haven't been living under the rock right now, you know Steve Nash has been fired. They trying to say it was a mutual pathway, but we all know that man been fired, and I hate when people saying doing that. I can't imagine somebody making millions and being on their profession, on a job, and came out and say, you know what I need to do? I need to go to my management and tell them to part way, because that's the best decision. Get the fuck up out of here. That man been fired, people. He's been fired. Simple as that.
What percentage of the blame does Steve Nash deserve?
Before I give you a percentage of the blame, can we start with this lie? Steve Nash was fired. Sean Marks called him into his office.
Thank you, Shannon Sharp. They out here capping, but if he was a black coach, you over here they been fired. Because he's white, they're trying to say, oh, he didn't get fired. We just decided to part away from each other. Get out of here. That man been fired. Just keep it 1,000 out, man.
We're relieving you of your duty. Okay. Is that mutually? It's not like Steve Nash went up to Sean Marks and said, Sean, I'm not getting it done. I really think you should put someone else in it. And he's like, okay, I agree with you. I'm sorry that happened.
On top of that, he's getting paid million. Ain't no way somebody making million on a job. I don't care if they're doing it good or not. They're gonna say, you know what? I'm not doing it the right way. Let's part way. Get out of here, bro. They fired Steve Nash because Steve Nash knew that KD wanted to get fired. To me, I think KD behind all of this. So KD probably in the background rubbing his hand like Birdman. You know what I'm saying?
That's not how it happened.
I don't know that.
You know good.
I don't know that for sure.
You know, Skip, that's what they do. Black coaches never mutually get to part. They were fired.
Okay, well, that's a whole different story.
But anyway.
That's facts. If it was a black folk, when Mark Jackson, they didn't say it was a mutual separation. They say he got fired. When he was, what's another black coach that got fired? When it was, Doc, they didn't say it was mutual separation. They say he got fired. So don't give me that bullshit that it was a mutual separation. No, it wasn't. He got fired. Simple as that. And let's proceed.
Give Steve Nash 5% of the blame. The moment Kyrie Irving said, we don't need a coach, this is what he said, October 1st, 2020. We don't need a coach. I think it's also going to change the way we see coaches. I don't really see us having a coach. You know what I mean? KD could be coach. I could be head coach. The moment you stripped him of that.
And this is when I said KD should have checked that man. KD should have checked him and said, hey, man, we do need a coach. What team do you know that the greatest point guard of all time, which is Magic Johnson, he needed a coach? Yeah, Magic was great, but he wasn't, it's not like he didn't need a coach. He needed a coach. A coach is like, he managed the game. He see things you don't see. But Steve Nash didn't see anything that those guys didn't see. Steve Nash is give the ball to KD, give the ball to Kyrie, let them cook. If it worked, it worked. If it doesn't, oh well, I did my part. Because I promise you, I'm grilling. Last summer, I made more rotation on my grill than Steve Nash ever made rotation on anything in the playoff last year. And that's how they got beat. Because their game was give the ball to KD, give the ball to Kyrie, watch them cook. You ain't gonna beat no good team like that.
Ask him, he had no authority. I feel very comfortable. How dangerous would a lion be if I took out all of his teeth and declawed him? He's not nearly the lion. The moment a player can emasculate and the team does nothing, the ownership, general manager, or even your best player doesn't correct him or doesn't check.
That's what I'm saying. No one said nothing to Kyrie, bro. Nobody. KD's supposed to be the best player. He didn't say nothing. Josiah, Sean Mark, nobody said anything to KD after he make that statement. So how in the world that people was gonna take Steve serious? And on top of that, there's I don't know how true that is. They said Kyrie didn't respect Steve Nash to begin with. He went to his house and said, "Hey man, you need to give KD, you need to give Kobe both MVPs that you got because you didn't deserve them." So that right there kind of started friction already. So, you know what I'm saying?
He got no power, Skip. He's rendered mutual.
Did he check them back?
No.
No.
Skip, what head coach unless it's Pop can check a superstar? And Pop got to be careful. Remember, he tried to check Kawhi. What happened? Boop, 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 walked on out the door. So coaches are very, very, especially in the NBA, they're very, very cautious of how they tread lightly. They're always walking.
I don't know if he was trying to check Kawhi. I think what happened was Pop was trying to force Kawhi to play, and Kawhi allegedly was not ready to play, you know, and that's why he's sent his goon out for Kawhi. He sent Tony Parker. He sent Ginobili. There was another guy, I forgot his name, who said, "Oh, we need guys to talk to the media to say, oh, we need guys that is buy into the system." And then you got Tony saying, "Oh, my injuries was 10 times worse than Kawhi. Here I am out here playing." So they did a lot of stuff wrong on managing the injury of Kawhi. So I'm saying allegedly because I don't know Kawhi body. I wasn't there in the locker room. I can't really, based on what reports and articles and things that I have read about the situation, it said that, yeah, he sent his goon out there for Kawhi, and then Kawhi didn't like it, and Kawhi was no longer wanted to be, after Kawhi felt like he can't trust you, he no longer want to do business with you. He no longer want to be there. He want to be in LA. And in that summer, he traded Kawhi to a better opportunity, and then Kawhi won a championship, and then he went to the destination that he wanted to go to. So
walking on eggshells around superstars. So I can't blame him because Kyrie takes time out. And I'm not saying that the Kyrie didn't have something going on. But Skip, you don't even tell the head coach, you don't tell management that you're stepping away.
Nope.
Skip, a professional is what you do. A pro is who you are. Now notice now, Skip, what I said. A professional is what you do. A pro is who you are. I'm listening to KD talk last night. KD don't even seem upset at all. Skip, somebody tell.
No, because he been want Steve Nash to be fired since they got swept last year. Since they got swept last year, he want Steve Nash to be fired. But my thing is this, KD, you wanted the dude to be fired when you got swept. They asked you, hey, should you think management should do something about Steve? Do you think you need a new head coach in there to regain the team, to regain the team trust, to regain the team confident? You said no, kept the same team, and then you double down, come out and said, well, Steve Nash was handled a bad hand, you know, because everybody was not 100% healthy and things like that. So you basically come out and put a shield around Steve Nash, but you the same person again who rubbing your hands like Birdman when he got fired. And then you turn a few months later, you turn around and say, hey, they need to fire Sean Marks, and then they need to fire Steve Nash. So you need to make up your mind, man. Like I said, that's women trade, man. Like 1 minute you want the man to be fired, next minute you don't want it. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that, KD. You knew that man was not fit for that job from day one. You closed your mouth, you didn't say nothing. From then and there, because Steve Nash shouldn't even have this job. Mark Jackson should have had that job. Because what experience Steve Nash have as a coach? The man never coached nothing. He was a consultant in Golden State. A shooting consultant. That's what he was. And I don't know where you expect him to win a championship. He never built a roster. He never done a goddamn thing as a coach. Not even people at YMCA he never coached. So how are you going to be a good coach?
When they lose their job, I might not even know that person. I feel bad. Kevin Durant didn't even seem bad. You know, things like that happen all the time in the NBA. Really? That happened on your watch. Skip Bayless tell me for the last 6 years you've been the best player, and the best player in the NBA got a coach fired on his watch, and you don't feel bad? Damn. The problem
Well, he tried to get him fired in the offseason.
you know that. Of course not.
Yeah.
It took me 5-6 games to get it done, but I got my wish.
Yep.
Skip, the problem that Steve Nash had, he had two exceptional skilled offensive players. Neither one are a leader. You look at Kevin Durant when he's had his most success, Skip, he was in Golden State. And Steph and Clay and Draymond and the culture shielded him. He could just go hoop, as he likes to say.
I'll agree.
Yeah, he didn't have to lead. All he had to do is do his thing. And then everybody else will take care. Steph Curry was the leader. Clear-cut the leader. OKC, West was the leader, not him.
Kyrie Irving, he had his most success in Cleveland. LeBron James was a de facto leader.
I agree.
He goes to Boston. He tried to lead, it falls.
Yeah, in Boston, it was a shit show. The team went further without him. A couple years later, the team went to the finals. So thus far, by the way, Kyrie been living on that shot, man, for a long time. That 2016 shot that he did to get LeBron that championship, he been living on that shot for 6 years now. And thus far, he have not done shit in the playoff or regular season. You know what I'm saying? And also, he have not been first team all in. He have not accomplished anything. Bunch of oohs and ahs. That's all he done. But oohs and ahs don't mean shit. Because you're not getting your team nowhere. You know, you quit in your team your first year because KD couldn't go. You said, oh, I come here to play with KD. I ain't come here to play by myself. And then you shut it down. After 20 games, you shut that down. The following year, you miss a lot of games. Last year, you miss a lot of games. And it's always something with you. It's always something outside of the court. It has nothing to do with basketball. To me, I think this team can never win a championship. They can't win a championship. I don't think Ime can change them, because you got looking at a year 16 of KD who never played a day in his life. You're looking at a year 12 of Kyrie who never played defense. So it was easy for the guys in Boston to buy in because they're young. Jason Tatum 24, Jaylen Brown 26, Marcus Smart I think is 27 or 28. So it was easy for them to buy in. KD's 34. Kyrie's 31.
Apart. The moment he leaves, they go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now he's gone, several years removed, they're back in the NBA Finals.
Okay, but I will say quickly about Kyrie. He has a dominating personality and will.
Yeah.
But it's solo. It's not to lead the locker room. It's just all about.
That's exactly what I'm then saying. If you're looking at his track record, what the man have done since 2016, and that's also when he was made first team All NBA, either first team or second team. Since then, he have not done a damn thing. He have not made no first team, second team, either offense or defense. So when you talking about he should have been. Some people say he should have been top 75. I'm trying to figure out how should he been top 75 when clearly Steph been better than him, Dam been better than him, Steph, Dam, Russell. So it's been a lot of point guard that has been better than him. So bunch of oohs and ahs movement you doing, and then get to the playoff, get locked up in the playoff.
Kyrie.
And of course, Skip, and so what should have happened, and KD's like, well, I don't want to be the leader, but you're the best player. Sometimes it requires you to check a teammate, to say this is not the way to do it. Man, I can't tell Kyrie, a grown man, it's not my job to do this. It's not my job to do it. But as a leader, it is. And that's why you haven't had success. In OKC, he wasn't the leader. Russ was the leader.
That's facts.
Russ was the leader.
That's because management made Russ the leader, because
That's cap. That's cap. Management did not make Russ the leader. Russ saw and nobody was going to take the leadership role. He took it. Simple as that. There you go again here, Skip Bayless, capping for your boot thing, KD. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is not what happened. KD didn't want to lead, and West decided he took it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I would have done the same thing. Stop your capping ass.
Loved Russ to a fault.
Yeah, but KD doesn't want to lead. He doesn't want that responsibility. The responsibility that comes along with being a leader. Because guess what? Leaders gonna get blamed. Kevin Durant has been able to escape blame his entire career. Why? Because he had Russ in OKC. Now he got Kyrie. We blame Kyrie for the shortcomings of Kevin Durant.
If it's not Kyrie, when James Harden was there, they blame James Harden. I know Skip has. He either blamed Kyrie, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. So when are you gonna blame him?
In Brooklyn. We blame OKC for his shortcomings in OKC. So Kevin Durant for 14, 15 years has been able to escape blame.
Well, wait a second. Why did Kevin Durant go to Brooklyn in the first place?
Skip.
Because his best friend Kyrie said, let's go to Brooklyn. Remember that All-Star?
Okay, whose fault is that? He could have declined it. He could have declined. Listen, if my best friend calling me right now and say, hey, Dave, let's go to a business venture together. If I don't feel like this business venture is gonna be good for me, I'm not going. I'm gonna be like, respectfully, man, I got nothing but love for you, but I don't feel like this is gonna be fair for me. It's not gonna be good for me. As I calculated financially, I look at it, I'm not doing it. Simple as that. He could have declined it, but no. He decided to go. So he's a follower, not a leader. That's what he is. He's been following his whole life. His whole life. Everything LeBron used to do, he used to do it too. So stop the fucking cap. Now it's Kyrie's fault that he's in Brooklyn. Come on, man. That's his own fault. He could have said no. He should have went on and teamed up with Kawhi, but he chose Kyrie instead. Like, I don't know why he chose Kyrie. He should have chose Kawhi. Because at least Kawhi can play defense. At least Kawhi can lock somebody up. If I know I cannot play defense, and I know I'm good in offense, what the hell would I need another offensive player when I know my team gonna need defense because I'm a great scorer myself? Because right now, the only time that Kyrie done shot this man out of the gym was last night. Outside of that, Kyrie been shooting this man out all last year in the playoff, all this year.
We got two maxes.
Yes.
Two maxes.
Yes,
Let's go there.
Skip. But like you said, he got a scapegoat. When it doesn't go well, who we blame? Kyrie didn't get vaccinated. Kyrie is for conspiracy theorists. Kevin Durant. What KD doing? Why Kevin Durant don't get
I don't think he viewed Kyrie as a potential scapegoat. I just think he shrugged and said, yeah, I got 2 rings. Yeah, I'll follow you to Brooklyn.
that? Even if you don't view him as that, who's getting the blame for what's transpiring in Brooklyn? You have yet to hold Kevin Durant responsible.
Who deserves the blame?
See?
Well, here we go again. Who was the focal point of the vaccination crisis last year? It wasn't Kevin Durant.
Last I checked, the best player always shouldered the line.
Damn, what's going on? Anyway, man, this is where I shut it down, man. Alright, man, if you like the content, you know what to do, man. Like, subscribe, share. It's your boy Clark Sports. We out. Peace.